250 years of history. 250 years of power at sea. This year, the United States Navy celebrates its 250th anniversary. And World of Warships is throwing one of the largest events to mark the occasion. We're happy to tell our viewers that this video is sponsored by World of Warships, the free-to-play on PC video game. We've been playing, and we really enjoy commanding the ships, completing missions, and exploring the incredible naval history it brings to life. World of Warships will be giving players a unique way to celebrate. Starting in October, you can take part in the US Navy's 250th anniversary event, build and upgrade your very own Liberty Harbor naval base, complete missions, and unlock the proud history of the US Navy, along with amazing, in-game rewards. World of Warships is all about massive naval battles across more than 40 realistic maps, with dynamic weather, stunning water effects, and over 500 historically accurate ships to command. Whether you're into battleships, destroyers, cruisers, or aircraft carriers, there's a playstyle for everyone. New players who sign up using the invite code STEPUP250 get the American Tier 3 cruiser, St. Louis, 20 days of premium account time, a free port slot, and a commander. Plus, you can unlock even more ships and resources, including the US Tier 7 cruiser Boise, Supercontainers, millions of credits, and tons of bonuses, all for free, just by playing. Don't miss out, rejoin the fight and earn exclusive event-only rewards. Complete Liberty Harbor missions to collect valuable items, then jump back in with fresh ships and new content. Let's celebrate 250 years of the US Navy. Use the link in the description and the code STEPUP250 to grab your exclusive free rewards. Command the fleet, build your harbor, and make history of your own. Now, let's set sail into history and explore the remarkable 250 years of the United States Navy at sea. In 1794, just a few years after the American Revolution, President George Washington faced a growing threat: the Barbary pirates off the coast of North Africa. These pirates seized American merchant ships, holding crews for ransom, and demanding tribute for safe passage. The fledgling United States had no real naval power to protect its commerce. Washington, recognizing the importance of defending American interests at sea, ordered the construction of the first 6 naval frigates. These ships, including the famous USS Constitution, would become the cornerstone of the US Navy. Following Washington, President John Adams continued to strengthen the Navy. During his presidency, tensions with France escalated in what became known as the Quasi-War, 1798 to 1800. French privateers threatened American shipping, and Adams, recognizing the need for a strong maritime force, guided the expansion of the Navy with steady resolve. It was a period of vigilance, diplomacy, and occasional skirmishes that tested the young fleet and shaped the courage and skill of its officers. The War of 1812 against Great Britain brought challenges that tested the resolve of sailors and shipbuilders the same. In August 1812, USS Constitution met the British frigate HMS Guerrier, off the coast of Nova Scotia. As the two ships closed, a brutal cannon duel erupted. The Guerrier's gunners opened fire first, heavy round shot slammed into Constitution's hull, but to everyone's astonishment, the cannonballs simply bounced off. Sailors watched as British iron struck, and then harmlessly ricocheted into the sea. One American seaman reportedly shouted, "Huzzah! Her sides are made of iron." The Navy proved that despite limited numbers, skill, courage, and strategy could allow a smaller fleet to challenge global powers, and win. The middle of the 19th century introduced technological revolutions. The Civil War saw the emergence of ironclads, a new type of armored warship that could withstand cannon fire that would have destroyed wooden hulls. Ships like the USS Monitor and the CSS Virginia clashed in the first battle between ironclads at Hampton Roads in 1862. This confrontation revolutionized naval warfare, ushering in a new era of armored ships and steam power, setting the stage for the Navy's transformation into a modern fighting force. By the late 19th and early 20th centuries, the United States recognized the need for a powerful, global naval presence. The Great White Fleet, a squadron of gleaming white battleships, circumnavigated the globe from 1907 to 1909 under President Theodore Roosevelt. Modeled after the revolutionary new dreadnought designs that were transforming navies worldwide, these ships represented the dawn of a new era in American sea power. Their voyage was not only a demonstration of naval strength, but also a declaration to the world that the United States intended to stand among the great maritime powers. The fleet's impressive reach and modern battleships symbolized the Navy's growing importance in diplomacy and in war. World War I would soon test that strength. While Europe's great navies had long dominated the seas, America's entry into the conflict in 1917 brought fresh ships, sailors, and strategies to the Allied cause. American destroyers and cruisers escorted convoys across the Atlantic, shielding vital supply lines from German U-boats. The Navy also pioneered new methods of anti-submarine warfare, from depth charges to coordinated patrols, to counter the unseen menace beneath the waves. The interwar period saw further expansion and modernization. Battleships, cruisers, and aircraft carriers were upgraded, and naval aviation became increasingly central to fleet strategy. By the time World War II erupted, the Navy was ready for global conflict. The attack on Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, marked the United States' dramatic entry into the war and showcased the importance of aircraft carriers over traditional battleships. Ships like the USS Enterprise, USS Lexington, and USS Yorktown became icons of the Pacific theater, conducting daring raids, supporting amphibious landings, and engaging in decisive battles such as Midway. The Navy's combination of firepower, aviation, and innovation proved essential to defeating Japan and supporting Allied operations worldwide. In the Atlantic, American battleships, destroyers, and escort carriers played a critical role in the fight against German U-boats. Convoy systems, radar, sonar, and relentless patrols gradually turned the tide against the submarine threat, protecting critical supply lines and contributing to the eventual Allied victory in Europe. The Navy's versatility, fighting in both oceans simultaneously, demonstrated its growing strategic reach and operational sophistication. After World War II, the Navy entered the Cold War, an era defined not by large-scale naval battles but by technological competition and nuclear deterrence. Aircraft carriers became symbols of American power, capable of projecting force anywhere in the world. Submarines, particularly nuclear-powered ones armed with ballistic missiles, transformed the Navy into a key pillar of the United States' strategic defense. The Cold War saw the Navy operating in tense confrontations, patrolling oceans, and safeguarding freedom of navigation while avoiding direct conflict with the Soviet Union. During conflicts such as the Korean War and the Vietnam War, the Navy's carriers, amphibious ships, and destroyers provided crucial support for ground operations. Helicopter and amphibious assaults became standard tactics, and the Navy continued to innovate with guided missiles, advanced sonar, and electronic warfare capabilities. Its ability to adapt to new forms of warfare ensured it remained relevant in a changing global landscape. In the modern era, the U.S. Navy remains one of the most advanced maritime forces in the world. Aircraft carriers, such as the Nimitz class and the new Ford class, are floating air bases capable of rapid response anywhere on the planet. Submarine fleets operate stealthily, both for strategic deterrence and intelligence-gathering missions. Amphibious assault ships, guided missile destroyers, and cruisers allow for flexible, multidimensional combat. The U.S. Navy's story, spanning more than 250 years, is one of adaptation, innovation, and resilience. From Washington's first frigates combating pirates to carriers patrolling the Pacific and nuclear submarines maintaining strategic deterrence, the Navy has evolved alongside the nation it serves. Each era brought new challenges and new technologies, but the underlying mission has remained the same: to defend the United States, protect its commerce, and uphold freedom of the seas. Through wars, peace, technological revolutions, and geopolitical shifts, the Navy has not only secured American interests but has also become a symbol of national pride and ingenuity. Every ship, every sailor, and every battle has contributed to a legacy that stretches from the age of sail to the digital seas of the 21st century. In telling the story of the U.S. Navy, we trace the story of the nation itself, a story of courage, innovation, and an unyielding commitment to the idea that America's values and freedom must be defended on every horizon. Before we wrap up, I just want to remind you to check out the World of Warships offer in the description box below. It's a fantastic game that's perfect for taking your mind off things, combining action-packed battles with strategic gameplay. With this offer you will get a head start in your naval adventures. Definitely go take a look, you won't want to miss it. From the gun decks to the bridge, every story we tell honors those who served. If this tale made you feel the salt and steel of history, give it a like, and if you're not yet part of our channel's convoy, subscribe and join the ranks. More powerful stories await.